Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin McCarthy is facing an uphill climb when it comes to becoming the Speaker of the House. There are 20 no votes. And why that's important is if people wanted to just abstain or say absent or vacant, I believe, he could get the votes needed immediately. If people say, if there are 20 no votes, then the threshold for him to become Speaker becomes difficult to attain. It's somewhat convoluted. It shouldn't be, but he is facing a battle. I think ultimately he's going to become Speaker of the House. For people who I once agreed with, like, I understand establishment, okay, but you can see what he's doing. There are already investigations of Hunter, of FTX, of a whole lot of corruption within the Democratic Party. The second it was official that Republicans took over the House of Representatives. Jim Jordan backs Kevin McCarthy. Marjorie Taylor Greene backs Kevin McCarthy. So Trump backs Kevin McCarthy. That's enough for me to back, or at least to say there's a lot of hope there. And we've already seen what's taken place. So he's done a pretty good job thus far. Hit subscribe to this channel right now, ladies and gentlemen. If they don't, like, if they shy away initially from, oh yeah, we're going to impeach Biden, the Hunter investigations are there to impeach Biden. That's what's taking place. That's what the whole investigation of Hunter is about. Joe almost certainly committed felonies with Hunter. That's what the graft and the 150 banking transactions that were investigated by financial institutions, 150. They couldn't find one with Trump. They have his tax returns and everything. They couldn't find one financial transaction that was investigated by banks. And then you have emails where people are asking him for influence on behalf of their company. They're giving him millions and millions within corporations and business deals to alter U.S. foreign policy. And you have to ask yourself, okay, our foreign policy in many ways, well, let's just put it this way. Trump, when he issued the tariffs against the most populous country in the world, Republicans weren't happy about that. The never-Trumpers and Democrats weren't happy about that. That's one example. Hit subscribe to this channel. I'll read you an article from The Hill. Andy Biggs, Congressman, Republican from Arizona, said 20 members of the House Republican Conference are a no against House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy becoming Speaker next session. Biggs said in an interview that those who plan to not vote for McCarthy are not all from the House Freedom. So there's a number of people. Biggs, the former chair of the Freedom, ran against McCarthy to be GOP's nominee for Speaker earlier this month. McCarthy won the vote 188-31, with 5 representatives voting for neither man. But McCarthy needs 218 votes on January 3rd, the first day of the next session of Congress, to become Speaker, and Republicans are set to hold only a narrow minority, meaning he cannot afford to lose many votes. So they're going to have eventually 8 to 9 votes. He can't have 20. So he's going to have to actually show that he means business when it comes to impeachment. See, Republicans will impeach, Trump Republicans will impeach mashed potato brains for an actual, like, corruption linked to felonies, like linked to criminal activity. You cannot find anything criminal with Trump. They could have indicted him 7 or 8 different times. Who's preventing Merrick Garland? He has a special counsel. Why would you need a special counsel when you already had a year of Liz Cheney and Kinzinger in the House investigating January, and you already have all the documents from Mar-a-Lago? Can somebody explain why you would need a special counsel? That makes no sense at all. Makes absolutely no sense. McCarthy warned in an interview with Newsmax on Monday that Democrats could pick the next speaker if Republicans play games on the House floor. At least 5 Republicans, including Biggs, have publicly said or strongly indicated they will not vote for McCarthy on the floor. So he's going to impeach the president, Biden. He's going to do so after about a year of investigation. And now he wants to impeach the Homeland Security Secretary. He could possibly, depending on what Garland does, impeach Garland, and even the Federal Bureau of Investigation Director. Once Republicans have the House of Representatives, the pendulum will have already swung to Trump, which is a very good thing. We had record low unemployment with Trump in 2019. I don't care about his personality. And by the way, he was set up with that dinner. That was a setup. And Trump is not like the way Trump is like he doesn't care about politics, so he doesn't understand like how media will run with this. That was a complete setup. So now McConnell is saying, oh, well, he can't be president now because of that person he dined with. It's like, well, no, that's Kanye West's friend. That's Ye's friend. That's not Trump's friend. Trump signed an executive order combating anti-Semitism on college campuses. Trump moved the embassy to Jerusalem. Trump negotiated the Abraham Accords. Okay? Everyone in the country that I had my bar mitzvah in loves Trump. My religious family members. Okay? I'm a Jewish American. My religious family members and cousins who are in Israel love Trump. And Israelis that I know here love Trump. So he's the furthest thing from the type of people that Ye is hanging out with now. And what took place with Kanye West, Ye, it's tragic because he's been harmed and hurt by individuals. So then call out the specific individuals. Because statistically, even in entertainment or banking, statistically, you're going to have more people of other backgrounds than of the background that Ye is blaming. Okay, like I explained last night, there's only less than 15 million human beings of my faith or background or ethnicity on the planet. So he's trying to say, he's trying to paint millions of people with the same brush, which is exactly what the 1930s and 1940s Germans did. Of course, I have to say this because I can't say the actual words. Okay. But that was a setup. That was a complete setup. Okay. And we live in a society now where so many leaps of logic are taking place every single day, and Democrats have cried wolf 30 times a day for the past 7 years and sensationalized everything to mean bigotry and contempt and disdain and Trump. He's the embodiment of everything horrible. That when Ye, who is a good human being, like I don't condemn Kanye West or Ye. I would love to explain to him how he's hurting innocent people. I don't condemn. I don't I don't think I'm morally superior to him. I understand that he has been harmed and hurt, but the people who went after me writing hit pieces are of the same faith and background. I cannot paint as me. That cannot paint the people who write a hit piece on me or a person, an individual, and say, well, everyone of my ethnicity is against me. It makes no sense. So what he did is he took Hollywood, a nasty industry, the record industry, a very nasty, they're both nasty industries. It's like when Larry Holmes and Mike Tyson talked about Don King. Well, that's the fight game. Don King hasn't had a stellar reputation with boxers. The game of fighting, like the fight industry, the boxing industry, the record industry, the music industry, the Hollywood industry, these are nasty, corrupt, businesses. And so what Ye did is he is just falling into this like cyclone of negative emotion and surrounding himself with people who are manipulating him. Interestingly enough, it benefits the Democratic Party, which is very interesting. Give me your thoughts below. Again, Trump was set up with that, but give me your thoughts below. McCarthy will be fine, people. He'll be just fine, and you'll have an impeachment in 23. Give me your thoughts. Thank you so very, very much.